Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Um, Sorry, my grandpa's playing video games on his PC back there. We're gonna be reacting to ZACK films. I can tell that his videos are not something that I'd want to watch. Is that a foot? We're gonna be reacting to his most popular videos. So let's begin. Yay! How stitches work.
When you get stitches, a
Okay.
doctor threads a needle through your wound and pulls it tight to close the skin.
Ow.
As the stitches hold the edges together, the wound becomes inflamed as new cells
So basically, it turns into a mosquito bite, but with a line in the middle of it.
begin to repair the tissue. Afterwards, connective tissues and collagens
Okay. If he didn't say that was connective tissues, I would have thought those were boogers.
start to create skin. Then, blood vessels form to nourish
That's
these
not something I would like to see on a regular basis. Sorry I keep pausing, just that this is weird, and this is the first
developing
video.
tissues, filling in the area.
Ugh.
And over a few weeks, the wound will have healed together and the stitches are removed.
Why do I need to know this, is my question. I need to fix my mic. Why do I need to know this? I mean, yeah, sure, I guess it's cool, but why would I need to know this?
If you get a splinter,
Why did you have to show me that? Why? Now I feel pain in my finger. That's a interesting way to start a video.
people just go ahead and pull them out. But sometimes they get lodged
How does that even happen?
so deep into your skin that you can't reach them. If the area gets infected,
That hurts. Well, it never happened to me, but that looks painful.
it will start to swell as pus forms under the skin.
Okay.
This creates pressure around the splinter that
Okay.
can sometimes push it upwards towards the
my
skin's
God.
surface. And if you're lucky, after a certain period
Ow! Lord, please help me. This is crazy.
of time, your body could have completely removed it from your skin.
Let's just move on to the next one. I don't think I need to say why that one's crazy.
This is the ED, it's not for the faint of heart.
Have you ever noticed how odd the McFlurry spoon is?
Thank
well,
you.
some people think it's
Yes.
supposed to work like a straw.
Nobody with more than 2 brain cells. No. The hell no. Sorry, I kind of screwed up on what I was saying. This is awkward. I'm not going to cut that out of the video. That's just... Nobody with more than 2 brain cells think that. I was saying it correctly. I'm just an idiot. I don't know.
But you only have to try that once to realize it does not work.
I don't even have to try it once to realize it does not work. That is not a straw, it's a spoon.
The true reason for these weird spoons is actually pretty genius. You see,
Okay.
McDonald's didn't want to clean their beaters after
Of course they did, and they're lazy. And my question is, why would they need to clean if it never works?
every McFlurry. So instead, they designed a spoon that would also work as the mixer. Have you ever noticed?
Okay. One of the better ones we've seen. Best one, to be exact.
If you shot a bullet at ancient armor, some people
At least, if someone's, once again, normal. Well, I wouldn't say normal. Nobody makes videos like this. But one of the most normal things I've seen all day.
think it could actually stop the impact. But armor
No.
like chainmail was designed to block slashing swords. And plate armor was even better at deflecting strikes by spreading the blunt force across more area, lessening its impact. But these materials weren't very good at stopping arrows,
Ow.
which had enough energy to enter the armor. So a bullet would have no trouble going right through.
I mean, I didn't know about this one. You can't see it, but not the chainmail, but the chainmail it's chains. Of course, a bullet's gonna blast right through that.
If you somehow
No comment.
removed all of the blood vessels in your body and tied them together, you might think it would be about this long.
This is so weird. This is a big mistake.
But the human body has thousands of these tiny vessels that weave in and out of
Why do I need to know this?
every body part. And with all of them combined, if you started in New York, your blood vessels would make it all the way to the Grand Canyon. It would go on to reach all the way across the Pacific Ocean, over Japan, Asia, and all of Europe. And not only would it make it all the way back to your starting point,
These sound
but it would be
effects.
able to make this trip 2 to 4 times over.
I don't even think a doctor would need to know this.
When a doctor gives
I have a fear of needles, and I bet this video is gonna make it worse.
you a shot, they can sometimes accidentally push the needle all the way
I told you guys, I called it.
through your vein, which ends up puncturing both sides. Once the needle is removed, it leaves 2 holes in the vein. And before the body can thicken the blood and seal these holes, it bleeds into the surrounding tissues. This leaked blood
How?
forms a dark, tender area under the skin, creating bruises and splotchy areas. When a doctor gives you
I feel an immense amount of pain right now. Please get this off on my screen. But I'm doing it for you guys.
Have you ever wondered how this trick is done? It's one of those things where you
Okay, gotta give it to him. This is something that might be actually kind of nice.
know he can't actually be making the salt disappear, but it's still confusing to look at. Well, it turns out that the simplest explanation is the right one. Look closely at his hand during this shot. Do you notice how he sort of grabs his thumb here? Well, this is because he's using a prop called a dofi finger. He holds it in his fist like a cup, fills it up with the salt, gets it onto his other thumb, and then grabs it off his thumb back into the first position. Watch it again and see if you can notice.
I'm not gonna watch it again, but gotta give it to you, Zach D Films. Something's actually normal. I bet the next one isn't gonna be.
If you lose one of your adult
I knew it. I absolutely knew it.
teeth, the bone where the tooth once was can start to deteriorate. To prevent further damage,
Okay.
a dentist will
Are his gums yellow? I don't think that's meant to happen.
fill the cavity with a synthetic
Okay.
material that mimics real bone. Once filled, a metal bracket is secured on top.
Why are they putting nails in his gums? I'm not a dentist, but I don't think that would feel too
The
good.
incision is closed. After the graft has healed, a large implant post is inserted
Oh my god. When it sounds like an old man, that's just how you know. That's just how you know that this is painful.
into the new bone. Then a small metal piece is screwed in and a porcelain tooth is secured on top.
Okay. Are all of his teeth porcelain teeth? Because they all look the exact same.
If everyone on Earth clipped their toenails and threw them into the ocean, you might think they
Do I have to explain why this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen? And if I do, I don't even know.
float and blanket a huge area. But toenails don't actually float, so they would pile up at the bottom of the ocean. As over 82 billion clippings rain down, it would choke fish and smother the
Okay. Yummy toenails, my favorite food.
seafloor until a massive pile broke through the surface. And after this global clipping,
They crashed
you would
into
have a
a-
walkable toenail island, 10 times bigger than Central Park.
Why would I need to know this? I don't want to know about toenails.
When a firing squad shoots a prisoner, one of the
Okay.
bullets actually isn't real. You
Okay.
see, one of the rifles is loaded with a blank, but it still fires and kicks back when the trigger is pulled. The soldiers aren't told which rifle it is, casting doubt on who actually shot and killed the man. This way, the soldiers can feel less guilty and sleep at night, knowing there was a chance that they weren't the one to kill him.
I don't even know what to say.
If you accidentally touched a table saw,
this is why I could never be a construction worker.
You'd probably think your fingers would be cut off, but this isn't always the case. You see,
well, I feel like it would.
Some modern high-end saws actually know the difference between wood and your skin. Once your finger comes
I don't think you need to tell me that I should not attempt this for me to know. I think it's very obvious.
In contact with these special saws, it immediately detects the electrical conductivity from your skin. This triggers an immediate mechanical response that stops the blade in less than 5 milliseconds.
Okay.
They opened the pallet of ammunition only to find it was full of Tootsie
Why can't it be Hershey's or Twix? How come it has to be one of the worst candies out there?
Rolls. You see, Tootsie Roll was a code name for mortar rounds, which the Marines desperately needed. But the radio operator who received the order didn't know that and sent the actual candy instead. At first, the Marines were angry, but the sub-freezing temperatures had frozen all their food, and the candies ended up sustaining them over the next few days. They even used them to plug bullet holes by warming them up and letting them freeze in place. And eventually, the real mortar rounds did arrive.
I mean, it is kind of interesting, but once again, how come it has to be Tootsie Rolls out of all candies?
When a honeybee stings a human, they actually...
I can't watch this, guys. I'm sorry.
Have you ever wondered about this little dangly thing at the back of your throat?
Yes.
Well, even though it looks like a miniature punching bag.
That's not at all what I think it is. That looks like a hot dog.
It actually
Not
serves a handful of important functions. You see, when you swallow food, this
so that's not
thing
a foot.
called a uvula
Bingo.
actually swings backwards to prevent the food from going up your nose. It's also constantly producing saliva to keep the throat moist, which aids in swallowing. And because there's a tiny muscle inside the uvula, it can move around, which helps you speak.
I still don't know why I need to know this. You know what? I'm gonna end the video here. Bye. Please don't make me watch this again, but if this gets enough views and likes, I might go through hell again.